All right. All right, let's get to our slides here. All right. Okay. So we had kind of we had a quiet month for recruiting last month, which that happens. So we did not have any recruits last month, so no new people to recognize this month. So we're still sitting at 32 recruits. So I would definitely like to see if we can get some great talking about recruiting going on and seeing if we can add some people to the team this month. I'm very much hoping that they're going to announce some kind of an incentive for August. Usually at conference, that's when they'll do something like that, is they've done in the past where they've done like where they've given like golden tickets. So each consultant, I mean, I can't guarantee they're going to do something like this, but they've done it where each consultant gets like a golden ticket and then they can give basically a free kit to somebody. So that's, some stuff that's been done in the past. Sometimes they'll do a kit credit where like you join and if you qualify in your first 30 days, they'll give you the cost of your kit back or maybe half the cost of your kit back. So I'm kind of anticipating usually in August, they do something big like that. So I'm hoping that's the case, but we really need to try our hardest to get into the mindset that we don't need some kind of an extra promotion going on to encourage people to join our teams. We do have a great fast track rewards program where they can earn a ton of stuff in their first 90 days. And so if we can just promote that and the cash bonus part of it for recruiting in their first 90 days too, that that's where I mean that's just a spectacular program. And we've been having people crazy amounts of people just qualifying in getting their qualifications done right away and hitting that $5,000 level so fast the last few months, the people that are joining. So it's definitely doable. And obviously it's an attraction to people. So make sure you're using that to your benefit. Post it a couple times in your parties. If you're doing, starting to do any live cooking shows, make sure you're talking about recruiting during your show or make sure you're doing some kind of a game. I do the question game and we can talk about that again. I've done it before at meetings. I also have it like recorded to see how that kind of works at your parties. It can really bring out a lot of questions from people and you can really kind of get a good feel for who kind of has interest because Sharon Zelen, National Exec Sharon Zelen, she'll tell you that like one of the big things that she talks about is that there's a recruit lead at every show you do. Every show, there's somebody in that party or at that party that really wants to do this. But is there a recruiter? Is there somebody? Are you that consultant that's asking the right questions? Kind of just feeling people out, and are you giving them the opportunity to ask those questions and stuff? So make sure you're doing things in your shows, in your virtual parties, or at your cooking shows. Anybody doing cooking shows? We just did Sharon's first one was it like 2 weeks ago now, Sharon? I think it was.
Right.
We did hers. Melanie did one, didn't you?
I did.
How did it go?
It was awesome.
Did you make all that food at the show or did you like make some stuff in advance?
No, I was ready to kill my mother. It was her show and she insisted on doing 4 recipes. It was insane.
Yeah, and I would have said to her, I'm not doing 4.
Basically that's what I told her. And so she ended up putting one together before everybody got there and then just had it cooking. But she wanted every piece of Pampered Chef that I own. And because it was going to be a lot of people there and people that I knew really well that would possibly host parties, I went ahead and had my husband drag everything out, which I will never do again.
Yeah,
and I even told them at the party, I said, this is not how a normal party would be.
No, good for you.
Yes, I told them straight up, but I ended up her party closed with, I think it was like 1,700 in sales,
Awesome.
and I got 3 parties booked from it.
Cool.
But she ended up with like $730 in free product, and
That is amazing.
then she spent $1,999.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. The thing is too, is I would always, I always tell people when you first get started, start with one recipe, but maybe, maybe 2, kind of depending on what it is. As if it's something that you can make really quick. Like a lot of times if I've got something in the oven baking, like chocolate lava cake is probably one of the most popular desserts that I've been making for probably 6-7 years now, and people still request it. And that one is super simple because you can do it in the deep covered baker, you can do it in the rock crock, or you can do it in the big ceramic entertainment set bowl, the cream colored one or that tan colored one. You could do it all in the microwave. It takes 10 minutes. It's like mixing a couple of ingredients, dolloping some frosting on it and some chocolate chips. It's like bam, and it's done. So a recipe like that, having 2 recipes is super, super duper simple. So that one is a really popular one. And people, when you just say, would you like lava cake? They're like, oh yeah, I want lava cake. Like that's always like the big one. So then you can always, I always kind of try to find out what's the big, my mind just went blank. What am I trying to say? The big, what are the power tools? Geez Louise. God, I can't think. The power tools, like what power tool are they looking at? Like, are they looking for the quick cooker? Are they looking for the blender? Something like that. So then I can kind of gear my recipe options towards them. And I usually it's kind of funny because I really only make about 4 or 5 different recipes most of the time for cooking shows, until I kind of have, like, you have a new season and a new recipe comes out. But I mean, a lot of times, people will be like, well, I want to do like a girls' night out theme. And I'll be like, all right, let's do fajitas and margaritas. And then somebody will say, well, I want something that's like 30-minute meals. And I'll say, okay, let's do fajitas and margaritas. Because it's like, that's 30 minutes or less too. So I mean, you could just kind of keep using the same recipes for different things. So if anybody needs any help, if you're going to start venturing into cooking shows and you need some ideas for some good things to make, I'd say a couple of the top ones right now, the quick cooker salsa chicken, super fast, easy. And if somebody was really interested in the blender as well, you can make the nacho cheese sauce while that's cooking. So
I did the hummus in the blender.
Delicious, yes.
And that went over really well.
The other one that goes over really well in the blender, if you want to make, like if you're doing like an appetizer, more a party, is the roasted red pepper and like honey walnut or something like that. Lori, isn't that what it's called?
I don't remember.
It's
It did not sound appealing to me,
It
so.
was delicious. Like I couldn't believe how good it was. I feel like it was roasted red peppers, maybe not, but it's in the cooking guide. It's whatever dip that has like honey in it. That one is delicious, and it's very quick and easy, and it's kind of impressive to kind of see how that one comes out. The other one that's actually fun to do is just like if somebody wants to see the blender, you can make there's like a recipe for a peanut butter chocolate. I can't remember what they call it, peanut butter, but making peanut butter in the blender and then just pouring the peanut butter in the cake is another really good one, because then you can show the blender and then you can show like the rock crock or the deep covered baker.
I actually brought I had done a bunch of jam at Christmas time and then canned it. And so I brought the strawberry jam with me and just had them put it on crackers so that they could see that what the consistency of it and how it actually came out. And there's two people that said that they would like to get the blender as soon as they can save up for it.
Yep. Another thing that I've done with the peanut butter at parties is I buy those little 2-ounce portion cups at the grocery store, and I'll make peanut butter. And if we're not using it in a recipe, I just pour it into portion cups and see who would like to take a sample home with them. So that's what we'll do too. So I've done that lots of times. And I've had people end up booking parties to get the blender because of it. So, but I don't even mind doing that. I'll just bring the jar of peanuts. It's like, you know, I can get them most of the time for like $1.99, those dry roasted peanuts. So, and the peanut butter is so good. So that's just like one of those quick ones that you can do with the blender too. And those pizza grilled cheese sandwiches, we did those at Sharon's party, and they're so good. And I think they're pretty impressive on that thing. So that one's just a really good. We did that at the recipe night meeting the other night too. And what I did for that and for Sharon's party is we took the sandwiches and we cut them into thirds. So then they were almost kind of more like sticks, if you will, like dipping sticks. So it was perfect then with dipping it in the pizza sauce. Or well, actually for Sharon's, we did it at the meeting, we did it in the pizza sauce, but for Sharon's, we did it with the tomato basil soup in the blender. So that's a really good recipe too. So then people can see how it can actually cook. So yeah, so totally got off subject, but that was a good little thing to talk about. So make sure you're talking about recruiting at shows, okay? And it's a good way to get product too. You know, that's, you know, if you've got somebody that's on, you know, talking about, oh, I'd love this, I'd love this, I'd love this. Mention, have you ever thought about doing something like this? Just get, you know, just even giving it a try for just a little bit. You can get a ton of stuff in the first 3 months, you know what I mean? And then sometimes if you just make it a little bit more of a relaxed conversation about it, it just can go in such a different direction rather than, have you ever thought about doing this, you know, because we've got this great special, da, 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 you know what I mean? Like if you just kind of make it like a very, you know, nice, calm conversation about like, just drop some little hints to the person here and there. Sometimes that's more effective, you know, if you will. So, okay, I'm going to collapse you guys again here. Let's go to our next slide. So we're sitting at 32. I'd like to see that number go up here. So I'm hoping we're going to have some good stuff come in the next 2 months. All right.
Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
What's the best way to connect with people virtually that you don't, it's really hard to like read them, because I do offer in the parties. I do mention it, especially to people who are more active in the parties. Have you ever thought about this? But then I can't go any further. Like, and it's hard. I think if I could talk to them personally, it would be a lot different. You know
What
I mean?
are you saying to them in the first are you saying things like, is this something you'd like to chat more about? Are you saying that?
I more of, have you ever given it a thought?
And then what are they responding with?
Typically, no. I hadn't. And then I might, well, you know, you've been very active here, you know, and then you seem like you would be really good at it.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever?
That's when I go, would you like to talk a little bit more about this?
Yeah. Get it more personal. More
Okay.
personal. You want to make it, you know, it's a personal thing, and you want to kind of start building that relationship. So, you know, find out what the biggest item that they want is. Find out, you know, what kind of a cook they are in the kitchen. Find out a little bit more about them, so then you can make it more about them and what's in it for them. And always be thinking of those two questions: what can Pampered Chef do for them, and what could they do for Pampered Chef? So, you know, sometimes people have amazing talents and stuff like that can really, you know, add to the whole experience too. So you know, I try to think about it, you know, in a roundabout, you know, way like that. So, and screenshot it. If they just answer, you know, screenshot it and send it to me, and I'll help you with the words. I mean, Lori does that with me all the time. So it's hard to know what to say always in the beginning until you kind of can feel people out, you know. So but your host is going to be your number one person that you should try to recruit. They're hosting because they love Pampered Chef to begin with. And I would say, I don't know what the actual statistic is, but I would say that probably 80% of consultants have been hosts before. So that's, you know, usually it's your host is where you're going to get people from. Brandy, did you host before, Sarah? You were, Sarah recruited you?
I hosted with somebody else and then I reached out to Sarah because I wanted to buy from someone local.
Oh, wow. So you're kind of like me. I wasn't recruited. I sought out a director.
Well, no, I just reached out to her to buy from her and then she,
Oop, her connection's
why
bad.
don't you just have a party? And
Yeah,
I was like, I just had one.
you're like, no, do this. That's funny. And Lori was she'd had a couple virtual parties with me. So Lori was a shock one to me. I mean, never in a million years thought she'd want to do something like this, but she was looking for a
Me
hot,
too, never in a million years.
and now she's a director.
My husband just said, me three. 'Cause I called him the next day. I'm like, you're never gonna guess what I did last night. You did what?
And look at you now. Too funny. Yeah, and Sharon too. I mean, Sharon was a catalog show. We don't usually even do those anymore. And yeah, so you just always, your host is your number one priority, asking that host 5 times. And if you haven't seen that chart lately, make sure you look at it again and make sure it's in your host coaching, to talk to them about it and make sure that you're asking them like personal questions about it. You've been really, doing a really good job commenting this week. You're like a pro at this, have you ever thought about giving something like this a try? You're really basically doing my job. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you if this is something you've ever thought about. So that's one way to make you feel a little bit like pushy is when you make it about yourself first off. So like you never have to really worry about being pushy if you're making it about them. But that's one way for you to kind of get over that feeling of being pushy is if you say to them, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. Okay. That was one of those kind of things that I learned along the way too. So that's kind of good wording to use. So, okay, so we have the cash pot's going to just stay the same this month. So it's at 35 because we didn't have any recruiting. So we're just going to leave it set. And I'm going to move on to our organizational sales. So Sarah is not jumping on. So she's trying to frantically start getting packed. So she's having a lot right now. So, okay, so let's do organizational sales. So our organizational goal for July, let's start with what our June sales were. We actually did really great. Because, last June was such an explosive, we had those big, huge months, May, June, stuff like that were just crazy. So, you knew you probably weren't going to hit that, but we were pretty darn close. So we had 54,588.74 for the month in organizational sales for Team Bandwagon, but we didn't have recruits. That's just how it happens sometimes. Based on what we did last year, we did 40,879.99 in July last year. So I'm going to put us at 50,000 for this year. With a recruiting goal of 15. I'm just, I keep putting that out there because we've got teams that want to recruit. So you guys are giving me those numbers. So as an org, that's what we're trying to shoot for. So, work hard on that and, just keep doing the big ask and just sending screenshots. Last year we had 4 recruits in the month of July. So let's see what we can do this year. We're doing really fantastic though, because our year-to-date organizational sales are 339,486.61. And last year our total sales were 529,230.46. So, I mean, we're doing awesome for just being into the month of July. So I'm pretty proud of what we got going so far. So good job, everybody. All right, so I'm going to read Sarah's team. So she's giving her personal team a July goal of $10,000 in sales and a recruiting goal of 4. Her top sales were number 3, Patty Washburn with 1,053.60. Number 2 was Abby Pollock with 1,129.50. And then her number 1 was Amy Millard with $1,518. So their team sales were $12,343.76. And no, like I said, no recruit. So great job, Team SOAR. Keep up the good work.
Kelly, do you have slides for this?
Oh, you're not seeing it?
No.
No,
Where did it go? I was sharing. Try again. Now can you see it?
yes,
Yep, now we can.
All right. Did you see that one before it?
No, we
No.
did not.
Okay, well then here you go. There's that. And there's his. So we'll go on to Sue's team. Sue's got a goal of 6,000 and a recruiting goal of 2. Sue's got a very small team right now. So she's really got 1 or 2 active people on her team. And Sue Phillips did $2,121.65, and their team sales for June were $5,653.55. So great job. She was paid as a director. So great job, Sue and Team Extreme. All right, Laura, do you want to go ahead and go?
Team Synergy had top sales was Cindy Klabunde at $349.10. The team sales for May was $2,454.60. And then the July sales goal is 6,000 in July, recruiting goal of 2.
Awesome. All right. And then Brandy, which we still got to know. Do you have a team name, girl? Team Triplet? I don't know. Or Triplet or something like that. I'm just kidding.
Right. No, I'll try to come up with something soon.
You're fine. You're fine.
So yes, we had Angie with 734, Buffy Dorsey with 1,623.40, and then Miss Domini rocking it with her 6,220.
You
And
did
then the team
amazing.
sales
Yeah.
10,182.95. And then I set the goal for 6,000 and then 2 recruits for July.
Awesome. Awesome job. Yes, and you've had a little bit going on, so it's totally okay that you haven't picked a team name yet. No biggie. Yes, you can. All right, so I'm going to do my personal team. So Team Rise, I'm giving you guys a sales goal of 22,000 for the month of July with a recruiting goal of 5. And our top sales for the month was number 3, Miss Melanie Lilyquist with 3,107.70. Nice job, Melanie. And number 2, Becky Essig out in Pennsylvania with 3,203. And Kathy Pingle, 6,027.60. So you guys are amazing. And like I said before, no recruits. Our June team sales were $23,953.88. So that was awesome. So good job, everybody. And our amazing director team stats, Lori Reitz had 2,105.50. Sue Huber had 3,383.90. Tori's jumping on right now. Brandy had 1,368.25. Sarah Cooter had 6,145.41, and I had 5,644.10. So nice job, director team also. So I did not get this done. I had a very crazy day today. Actually kind of was not feeling good this morning. So, and you guys probably, nobody really knew this, but I was in the emergency room again last week I was in AFib. So it's been like fun times. So sometimes that happens. It was nothing to do with my blood clot, but the way they had to treat me different because of my blood clot, they couldn't cardiovert me. So it was a little crazy. So I didn't get that done. I will get that done tomorrow and we'll get that drawn. So we will do that and we don't have to do the recruiting one. So I will get that drawn tomorrow so we can do our activities. So I want to give you guys a reminder that if you have a new recruit or yourself feeling like you need like a boost of energy, jump on Success Strategies every Saturday on a rotation of the 4 calls. New consultants especially should make a point to be on these calls. If you're not unable to attend, please get the YouTube videos for me. I can send those to you to watch. And sometimes it's nice to just have those on hand when you kind of need a boost too, and you can go and watch those videos. So it's never going to hurt. They always tell us in this, in this line of work that, hearing things like 10 times sometimes before it sticks. It's almost kind of like like the same as like a habit being formed. Okay, so important dates coming up. So national conference is the 21st through the 24th. So we are looking, like I said, into that destination. Today, if you have anybody on your team that hasn't registered, so tonight at 11:59 p.m. is the last day to register for the $39 view only. So it's today by midnight, and it's $39. And so you have access to everything to view, but you won't get like your pre-conference kit and all that stuff. So it's like you're going to get all the content, you're just not going to get the freebies, is basically how that works. So there is not a Teach Me webinar this month because of conference, because they're going to be doing a lot of teaching at conference. New consultant webinars, though, are July 15th and the 29th at noon, and the new consultants will get an email regarding that if they're eligible to attend that. Recipe night also, we're going to skip recipe night this month because of national conference. It would fall that week, and it's too much. Construction starts on our house starting next week too, so I'm going to keep you guys posted for recipe night for August. I'm kind of hoping we'll be close to being done by the time recipe night is at the end of August, but if not, I'm sure that maybe even Jenny Bach would let us use her house, like, because we always did meetings there before. So we'll figure it out. So it won't be. Then Dinner of Excellence is going to be next Wednesday. So that was by invitation only. And I think everybody that's on our call is it can attend. I believe it is. Oh, Tori, not Tori. I'm sorry, Tor. How are you? Did you have a good wedding? It looked beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back into the groove of things, though. I'm pretty.
It is always crazy. I know, I'm already anticipating because Daryl and I decided we're getting married on New Year's Eve, and we just booked our facility and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, we're not doing anything on the level. We're doing like a very private ceremony with just our immediate family for the wedding, and having like a little dinner with, it's like 20 of us. And then we'll have a big New Year's Eve party is how we're going to do it. But still, it's like, oh, I like thinking about everything. So yeah, so I'm excited. The pictures were beautiful. You looked stunning.
Thanks. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to get back into the groove of my routine of everything.
Yeah, it's always like, like coming down from the high kind of like, so yeah, if you need anything, let us know, because I know your little sissy over there's got a lot going on too. So
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
you're welcome, Dor. All right, okay, and then so Dinner of Excellence is going to be at Sarah's. And God bless her, because she's going to be moving that weekend then. So, but she's got her stepson's graduation party on Saturday too. So she's going to do Dinner of Excellence. We're going to do it at her house. Her address is in the invite. She lives over on the west side of Janesville for right now. So I'm thankful that she said she would do that for us this month. Okay, so let me see here. One last thing. So here is our achievers for Dinner of Excellence. And I think I have one person that I left off that we forgot about is Raquel. Bayless is supposed to be on this list too. So Patty Washburn, Diana Page, Carly Sahabuth, Missy Garber, Abby Pollock, Amy Millard, Dominique Hannes, Buffy Dorsey, Kathy Pingle, Sharon Gaver, Brandy Holcomb, Melanie Lillyquist, Rachel Buchner, Chrissy Fields, and there's one other person I can't see their name in there.
Becky Essig.
Thank you, Becky Essig. And then, like I said, Raquel Bayless too is supposed to be on that list too. So thank you. And so achieving Dinner of Excellence here, I gotta look it up on my phone. It's 3,000. I can never remember it off the top of my head. I always have to look. Come on. So to achieve Dinner of Excellence, you need to have here it is. So for consultants, senior consultants and team leaders, 3,000 plus total sales in those 3 months, or one recruit, or promote up in title, And then brand new consultants submit $1,250 in sales in your first 30 days and you'll qualify for Dinner of Excellence. So, so obviously the new quarter started July 1st, so that for the next 3 months, and then Dinner of Excellence again will be the second Wednesday in October, I believe it is. Yes, October. So, so then watch for that. So great job, everybody. All right, let me bring up did anybody have any questions? No, did somebody jump off? Oh, it looks like my screen looks weird. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop sharing this, or let me get my PowerPoint up here. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna do home office news now. Can you see it, guys?
Nope.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on. Now can you see it?
We see your leader plan, like cover page.
Okay,
Now Dinner of Excellence.
okay, hold on here. Yeah, so the leader plan, okay, that's what I need to be on. Okay, here we go. Let me scroll down to, they added a new thing. I don't know if you looked at it at all, Lori, but they're doing a leader guide now in front of the planner. It's kind of taking place of the weekly action plan. So they talked about that on the North American Leader Call today. So I had some of this stuff all deleted out that we didn't need to start on. Okay, here, let's start here. All right, some home office news. Let me. Okay. Okay. All right. So July's story, summer get-togethers, a change of scenery can inspire you, even if you're staying in your own backyard. This month, we'll share recipes for cool backyard picnics and easy weekend barbecues, ideas for turning your backyard into a summertime oasis, and simple tips for enjoying summer days together. You got this. All right, so a little bit about National Conference. So through July 7th, all of the pre-conference shipments are going to arrive. Did everybody get their boxes that registered for conference?
Yes.
Anybody on the call that didn't?
No,
Okay, so they were saying
I
today,
not.
you have not, Brandy? Okay, they were saying today on the leader call that they were still in the process of assembling and all of the rest of them should be out by the end of the week. So it's coming. It's just the conference boxes are hard because they're actually very personalized to you because of the ribbons you receive and stuff like that. So it's very time consuming. So that's why they're shipping them out in waves. So you should be getting it pretty quick here, hon, okay? Then July 8th, event invitations will be emailed to all invitees. So like Lori, you'd get an invitation to technically walk, I'm making little air quotes right now for director. Your recognition photos are due by the 14th. So Lori, you're gonna wanna make sure you do that. Did you get something about that yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
I just don't have anything read. So I'm gonna go down to Janesville tomorrow and see if I have anything read down.
Did
there.
you get your scraper?
Yeah, I got my scraper.
Okay, good, because I guess some people didn't get their scrapers, so that was a big talk on the call today too.
Mhm.
So then July 15th, all registered attendees will get an email with details about how to participate. So make sure that you star that in your email because that's probably going to be the link that you'll be having to click on for the 3 days of conference. It's kind of like Zoom. But it's kind of within its own portal, if you will, because there'll be we'll have its own little website that you'll go into and then you'll go into the classes from there. And then just be prepared too that they might take you and put you into breakout groups in those different sessions. So just be kind of prepared that they might do that. They did that on a couple things last year. So I don't know for sure if they're going to do it this year, but just be ready. They might throw you into a group. Okay. July 26th, National Conference announcements will be emailed to all consultants. So you're supposed to kind of be mum's the word until all of that stuff goes out on the 26th to all the consultants. So everything that you learned on conference, you're not supposed to really share it with your teams and stuff until the 26th. So it's public knowledge then. August 2nd is when all the fall business materials and the product samples are going to be available to order. So kind of mark that in your calendar, because then you can start ordering mini catalogs and new catalogs that day. And then the fall training links will be all up on Dash, and the info will be under the Explore tab for the new product materials. And then mid to late August is when the post-conference shipments will start to arrive. So that's when all of our free-for-all boxes will be coming if you earned anything in free-for-all from May and June. All right, so learn more in the STIR on or on the National Conference page too. And if you click right on Consultant's Corner, there is that big Thrive button for National Conference. You can click there, and it should, the agendas and all that stuff are kind of up on there right now. Okay. Any questions on that? I know some of you, it's going to be your first time.
No, but I do have a question. Does anybody have any extra catalogs if I were to run low before September that I could buy?
I probably do.
Yeah, I should, Laura, too.
Okay, then I
I
won't.
do as well. I just need to ship them.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Then I won't order any. I think I'll have enough, but just in case if I run a few short.
yeah.
Somebody's got extra that I can
Well,
get.
and that's the thing for me too, is like, it's going to also depend too. I don't know what you guys have all been doing, if you've been doing cooking shows, but I'm just having people just take their catalogs with them now. I don't know. That's just what I'm doing for right now. So I feel like I'm going through a little bit more than I normally would. But that, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'd rather have them, that info in their hands. So, okay. So what to expect a little bit from National Conference. So general session has giveaways. If you're watching with the group, you'll just need to be able to answer the phone number you registered with. Not every participant needs to be logged in to win. Okay, so that's a little bit different. They've never really done that before, where they've called somebody. Usually your name just pops up on the screen. So that's interesting. From home office, there's going to be major announcements. And what I'm being told from some executive director friends of mine, that the main big fall product is incredible. So I can't even imagine what it is. High quality trainings, exciting product reveals, inspiring speakers, gifts and giveaways, motivation and recognition to, I can't read it underneath my thing.
You and your business.
You would think that these slides would fit on a Zoom thing. You know what I mean? You'd think that there would be like a format like that, it would come up so you could read it when you're sharing. It's so weird.
We can see the whole thing,
Oh,
Kelly.
it's driving me nuts. Thank you. Then read it for me when I ask you to. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Now if I can get my thing to move. Come on. Next. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we've got 3 areas of success for July: booking, selling, recruiting. Ice cream scoop and metal straws are our July guest offer. Just always keep in mind that that's always subject to change if something starts to sell out. Shared rewards was the big focus today on our nationwide leader call, because they want you to do those 2 shared rewards parties, and you can possibly earn that exclusive water bottle. And then for our shared rewards hosts that are registered for their parties by July 10th, those hosts will get an extra bonus there of the Zester juice. Isn't that terrible? I can't even think of what that's called. Zester juice. What is it called? The Zester juicer?
Citrus zester and juicer, I think.
Yeah, that's what okay. I'm not crazy. They always try to mix things up and make it this, it's always different. Like the different mandolin names we've had over the years. There's been the ultimate mandolin. There's been the simple slicer. It's like they're always giving them different names. Okay, and then recruiting. So we've got our approach to every month, do every 4, add 1 more. So you should be in front of enough people in 4 shows to be able to add 1 recruit to your team. So always keep that in mind. How many people have I been in front of? All right, this is an overlap month, with the deadline being tonight. So if you, with this being the double free product, just take a peek quick at your parties and make sure that everybody that could have earned double rewards are closed by midnight tonight. I know I've still got 2 more to submit when I'm done with my show here. Because they're gonna lose that on double free product if it's not submitted by tonight and they were over $650 in sales. It's not awful if they're not below 650, or if they're below 650, I should say, because July is, 60% off of anything in the catalog. So if it's somebody that's not at 650, not a big deal, but always remember that you always have until the 7th of the month to submit prior month sales, okay? Or prior month show submissions, I should say. Anybody have any questions on that, or is anybody having any issues getting them closed? Okay, all right. I think we're all kind of getting used to that now. All right, bookings. So the shared rewards host bonus, when you host, you have a shared rewards party from the 1st through the 10th. Guest sales reach $200. The host will get a juicer and a citrus juicer and zester. Thank you, Lori, you were right. And then host rewards, it's a pick anything month. This month, hosts get 60% off of any available product or set when guest sales are $200 or more. That is always an awesome deal. I almost sometimes kind of feel like it's almost better than double rewards, because you're guaranteed if you hit 200 to get at least one item 60% off, anything you want. And then party theme collections, backyard fun party theme has been updated with new products and recipes. Plus the no oven cooking collection is full of ideas to share. I have the last few parties that I've done, in-home ones, I've taken the Oreo dessert that's in that, and it's just been a hit every time. And it's like the simplest thing, because it's, you make fresh whipped cream, you lay the Oreos in the tray, you put a layer of whipped cream, another layer of Oreos, and then another layer of whipped cream. And then if you want to get kind of fancy with it, you can top it with maraschino cherries. But I highly recommend, if you're going to make that one, to do it the night before, because the Oreos really have a chance to to absorb the whipped cream. And it's just, I felt like it tasted way better like the next day. So if you get a chance to make that one, let it sit overnight. It was good. Has anybody made any of the other ones yet? Or the lime one, the coconut lime one? Has anybody made that one? No, I want to make that one next, because I do like that coconut lime flavor. So, oh, and I did do it with one of the nights that I was, because it was something that I took to my parties for the host, and I just had them repay me just with a package of Oreos. But I happened to stop at the store to get the ingredients to make it, and they didn't have Oreos. I was actually, I know this sounds weird, I was at Menards, and they actually have whipping cream at Menards. So I got the whipping cream, and they didn't have Oreos though, but they had vanilla and chocolate. Like one top was vanilla, one was chocolate of the of the sandwich cookies. And that was really good too, to have the combination of the vanilla and chocolate. So that was good that way too. So I can kind of imagine that recipe with lots of different cookie ingredients. You could really mix it up with that one. Okay, so let's listen to Advanced Director Laura Polito. Let me get her link up here so I can, come on, I gotta take it off the. Okay. All right, and then I gotta try to go over here, bring it up, and I gotta make sure I turn the volume on here. Oh, is it not gonna work? Hold on. Oh, for the love of Pete. I wish you could just click right on them from the. Hold on here, guys, just a second. Why is is this not working? I might have to have you guys listen to it on your own. I'm going to try one more time here. No, it's not. It's not like, it's not working. So you guys can look at it yourself here. If you go into your monthly focus, that gets it, you should be able to grab it from there. So for some reason, it's not working for me. But Laura has a lot of great tips and she's doing a lot of great things with shared rewards right now. So make sure to when you get a chance to listen to that video. Let's see here. Okay, selling. Can you guys see my screen again?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right, get me back on here. All right, there we go. Now you should be able to see it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So ways to increase sales in July. So they've got the summer sale going on. So customers can get their hands on 4 new summer products. So you've got the Cool and Serve, the rectangle Cool and Serve, you got the corn cob nods and the 2 different barbecue rubs, the Carolina one and the Kansas City one. This month too, you can get there's like 4 different exclusive sets for $59. So there's pictures and marketing imagery of those sets, and you can post them in your parties that they can get them at that sale price. Plus, Quick Cooker is 25% off. So then it's at the 25% off sale price, but then a host could get it at either a 50% off item or a 60% off item from the sale price. So that's a really cool deal. And then, of course, like we talked about earlier, the ice cream scoop and the metal straws are our guest offers for July. So when they spend $80, they can get one of those for free. All right, so here is our 4 sets. So you've got the barbecue set that includes the crushed peppercorn and garlic, smoky barbecue rub, Kansas City style barbecue rub, the wooden grill scraper, flexible mat cutting set, and the burger and slider press for $59. And then there's the cast iron set that has the cast iron skillet set, the small round silicone trivet, and the pizza cutter mix. I think that's very interesting because it's like that's the trivet that's in the trivet set. Or the
Yeah, but they do it in the other 2 sizes.
Oh, so I'm like, I thought that was, unless they just maybe they're able to print that out by itself. You know what I mean? But I thought that was interesting.
So did I. I was like, that's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
I did,
And then the Cool
I
and
did
Serve
notice in the
bowl,
catalog that they sold it individually though, that size.
they do?
They do?
Yes.
I'm losing.
I guess I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I have to go look now.
Yeah,
Karen's more on it. So what is it called? The small round silicone trivet?
Right, just
Oh,
the
yeah.
one, and I believe it's $10. It's not in front of me right
It
now.
is. I didn't even know that.
Me neither. Who knew?
Who knew? What a great director team you guys are working with. Oh my goodness, that's funny.
We're learning from our leader.
Well, Sharon, let's chat, honey. Oh, that's funny. The Cool and Serve bowl set. So it's the 1 quart and the 2.5 quart one. That's usually a popular set when they run this. And then the wine tumbler set. So it includes 2 wine tumblers and the wine aerator for $59. So make sure you're posting those in your parties and having people take advantage of those sale prices. And same thing for hosts as well. You can take those sets and that could be a 60% off item or it could be a half off item from the sale price for your host. So that is always cool when that happens too. So this is just going to be my little, I have a feeling this is just I could be totally wrong, but we'll just see when the new products get revealed. I have a feeling that there's going to be a revamp on the Quick Cooker because it's been on sale like 4 times in the last few months. So I just have this feeling that they're doing something and they're adding something to it or whatever. So that's just my thought that maybe that is what the new big project is. Could be totally wrong, but
That thought crossed my mind too.
Yep. Yep, so you'll kind of notice that sometimes if you're seeing things on sale a lot, or like as a guest special a couple of times, like that might be something that they're gonna get rid of or restyle or something. So it's like you'll kind of start, as the longer you've been in business, you'll kind of start to see trends like that. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we talked about the shared rewards parties. You can earn this exclusive water bottle. And then when you submit $1,000 in commissionable sales this month, you'll get the Pampered Chef beach towel. So that's fun. Mine's on its way. I can't wait to get it. It looks really cute. All right, recruiting. So fast track rewards, we've got new consultants earn more than $600 in products first submitting $5,000 in commissionable sales in their first 90 days. New consultants earn $100 cash for every qualified new consultant recruited in their first 90 days. Everyone earns 50 Pampered Chef dollars for each qualified consultant. New consultants and their recruiters earn up to $3,000 cash for promoting to director in their first 90 days and advanced director in their first 6 months. So that is awesome. So don't worry that there's not an extra incentive. Work those fast track rewards. Meet Pampered Chef webinars are, I can't read, you guys can tell me there.
July 8th at noon.
Okay, I feel like I thought there was one more too, but maybe not.
Yeah, they did mention.
I think
there's
there's
supposed
I
to be
feel like
two.
it's another date too. So look, it's in your monthly focus, it's in there. Travel with us. We have a lot of people that are on track already for earning the trip. I know Kathy Pingle is very close. If she hasn't already gotten it, I haven't looked again in the last week or so. Sarah Cooter already earned level 1. I'm almost to level 1. Brandy's got to be close too, and maybe even Domini, because their sales have been tremendous. So look at this once in a while. Look at your trip tracker once in a while and see where you're at, because you might be closer than you think. So don't let it just go by the wayside and then let, the last couple of months of the year and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm only 10,000 away or I'm 20,000 away. It's doable to do in a couple of months if you work hard. So take a peek at that stuff once in a while and make sure you're looking at where you're at. Okay. All right. Excellence Award. We're going to see the 2022 achievers. Sarah Cooter and myself both earned in personal sales for the year. So you'll see our picture on there. So I'm excited for that. And oops, I didn't get through we already did that. So I have the skills and support I need to achieve my goals. I will personally book this many parties. I will submit at least this much in personal sales, and I will invite people to join my team. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it on the team page and have you guys write your goals down, okay? All right, and then just a sneak peek. This stuff could change because, not necessarily change, but like the flyer will probably change after conference and the products are announced. They're giving us a little bit of a sample for the guest special for August with the sample of Taste Buds. I think that's an awesome idea. And just to get it in more people's hands so they can see it. And then the guest offer, or the host offer, for August is going to be 60% off cast iron plus new season surprises. So I'm really excited. I'm sure then once national conference on that 26th, the date when everything gets revealed to everybody, then the flyer will change for August hosts, and then they'll have the info updated on there. So that is got what's coming in. And then the August sales offer is going to be announced on July 16th. Who knows, it might have something to do with conference, and so they're holding off till it gets a little bit colder or closer. So all right, I think that's what I got for you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Here, I'm trying to get you guys bigger here. Why is it not going? Oh, stop share, that's why. Duh. It's like I've never done Zoom before. So anybody have any questions? Like I said, it wasn't super, there wasn't tons of stuff this month just because conference will be jam-packed and they'll do tons of announcements. Pace yourselves when it comes to taking the trainings. You can take everything if you want to, but if you need to take a break for a little while, you'll be able to watch it in replay. So don't get like super stressed out about it if you're like, like, oh my gosh, this is too much for today. Because I know Thursday, for instance, the different tidbits trainings, that's like jam packed, like it's one right after another. But I will tell you, Thursday stuff will probably be very, very helpful for you. That was the one thing that our consultants last year said that they felt like they got their biggest contents from, was
That's
from
my
that.
favorite part. It's the
Yeah.
practical stuff on how to work your business, you
Mhm.
know, or to help your business, actually, your day-to-day.
Yeah. Thursday and Friday, it'll be
processes.
more consultant taught workshops, and you'll get like some good testimonials and stuff like that in your general sessions. General sessions, don't miss those though, because that's when they're going to announce products and specials and different things like that. So even if you have to step away for a little bit from a workshop, try not to miss the general sessions, because those are always incredible. So, and then we will let you know ASAP about getting together on Saturday. Is that anybody that's on the call here? I know Melanie, would that be an option for you to come on Saturday, the 24th?
No, that is my husband's birthday and mine's the very next day.
Oh, that's fun. That's cool though.
So we will be together.
Yeah. But anybody else on here, would that be an option to go on Saturday, just to Sarah's, or if we get together on Saturday? Anybody? We might have to put a poll. I know Sarah did with just her team, but so yeah, I think it would be kind of fun to be able to do that. And then next year, you know, fingers crossed that we'll 100% be back to national conference, and then you guys do want to do everything in your power to make sure that you can go to Chicago for those 3 days, because it'll be incredible. It's really, they do an excellent job in the virtual setting, don't get me wrong, it's still going to be great, but when you can be in person at national conference, it's the enthusiasm, it's just the everybody else's, you know, just taking in everything. It's just so great to be able to be in person for that stuff. So I can't wait to be back to a regular conference next year. So, but if nobody else has any questions, I will let you guys go. Anybody? Yes, Sharon, are you gonna go? She's going. Okay. Bye, hon. Anybody?
Nope, I'm good.
Sure. Okay, sounds good. If you need anything, let me know. And always, you know, my coaching link's up there too, if you ever need to do a coaching call. And Lori, I did see yours, so I will talk to you on, was it Friday?
Friday morning,
Yeah,
yeah.
Friday morning. So I gotcha. So
Okay.
sounds good. All
All right.
right.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Have a great
Okay.
night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.